the enforced time rule for coming up to your lie. You have 30 seconds. So what do you guys think about, have you experienced that, but what do you think about that rule in general and how has to be enforced by fellow players?
Well, the time rule is one of many rules.
Right.
If we're talking rule enforcement, just before we maybe get into it, I wonder how what is the breakdown? What is the most or the highest ranked infraction on the disc golf course? Is it a foot fault?
I think it's foot fault, but not called.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, highest infraction partnered with how the percentage it's not called,
Yeah,
then it's absolutely
sure.
foot
You
fault.
need a new stat category.
Well, because I think I was actually talking about this with a friend, and the idea of calling a foot fault, does it give, did the player accidentally foot fault, but it didn't really give any benefit to them, or did they foot fault to get a better lie potential,
Right, that's a big
did they
question.
move for just a better angle,
Right.
What was the intention of it? Was it a mistake or was it intentional? I mean, can you judge people's intentions? I don't know. But if it gives you a competitive advantage, then you absolutely need to call it.
Yeah, there's less thought of the advantage or the disadvantage. There's people that may process that, but I don't even try to process the outcome. I just see something that isn't supposed to be the way it is and just...
Well, because we see it on coverage too. I mean, people have a run up and then, oh, that disc is tilted in the air.
Yeah.
Huh. Nobody called that. And it's blatant and everyone's watching it. So it's number one is know the rules. Number two is if your top pros aren't going to call each other on it, do you expect ME2 to call each other on it? It's kind of who sets the example.
Right.
And as the self-governing body, as players, how do we create that standard, but also safe space to do it? Because people think, oh no, then they're going to think I'm the one who's the rule caller or I'm a difficult player, but are you? Can you really be labeled as that if you're enforcing the rules? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, it makes it hard, like you said, because when you're on a card and someone else continues, let's say it's a time thing, or it's a foot fault that they continue to do. Maybe the first time you don't call it because it was an accident, didn't have any repercussions, like you said. But if it continues to happen, then it can actually affect yourself as a player, the pressure to have to call somebody else and become that guy or become that girl, and then, like you said, you're the one who's called, the rule caller or whatever, when maybe it's just an MA3 C tier, and, oh, you don't want to be that guy. But then in other instances, that could literally be affecting strokes.
Yeah, and I think to be monitoring at such a high level, to then have to leave your flow state to call someone on a rule violation, that takes a lot. It takes, I think, a lot of mental fortitude to step up and say, hey, you're doing this, here's a warning, or foot fault, someone seconded it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's your responsibility on the card, but I think that's a really tough situation.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see another clip of the HyzerCast podcast, click this video right here. If you'd like to see a video from our main channel, Hyzer Media, click this video right here. And if you haven't done so already, click this link right in the middle to subscribe to our channel or the red button down below. Thanks.